Clicking record on the podcast. This is the podcast now.
Wait,
This is the podcast now.
this is the podcast now?
This is the podcast.
My God, I've never felt more alive. Because it's fall.
It's fall. Let the autumnal breeze caress your cheek. Listen to the sound of leaves crunching beneath your feet.
Because it's fall.
Because it's fall. Break out your hard ciders and your pumpkin spice lattes.
Look at the leaves falling behind our pixelated characters and the little pumpkins.
I don't think we did. I don't think we agreed on that. I don't think we agreed on that.
The little pumpkins next to us.
I don't know if we agreed on that, but you should be seeing that animation again. That's been gone for so long. We used it for I think like the first episode or two of MBcast. Then we stopped using it because we kept having other people on, and it didn't feel right to have other voices on the podcast, but have a little animation of just you and I. Maybe we're thinking too hard about it, but like.
No, I concur with that.
Yeah.
I concur with that. I like using their little heads better.
Yeah.
Chuck still hasn't gotten.
Yeah, we haven't debuted Chuck's little face yet.
It hasn't premiered yet on a podcast.
Yeah.
Which we are currently recording.
Yes, we are currently recording a podcast. The woofers? Are the woofers woofing?
Just a little. Just a tiny bit.
They just had to get heard. They just needed to make sure their voices was heard.
Bella just needed to make sure she let everyone know it was time for a walk.
Can she hear me right now?
Who?
The dog.
No. They are both downstairs preparing for the walk.
Oh, okay. I was gonna try to be like, oh, you wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? Trying to like.
Should we debut Chuck's head here and just toss it in right now?
Why? That seems no.
Oh.
No. We gotta make the people horny for it.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, it's certainly autumn. It's not officially autumn. I think that happens on like the 21st or something. But
No, it happened on September 22nd.
Oh, it did?
Yes.
Oh, it's officially autumn in the real world as well as in our hearts. I don't know about where you're at, but it was 76 degrees here today.
I'm sitting at 77 currently.
Okay. All right. That cool autumn air.
Feel that breeze.
Feel that
Feel
cool.
Feel it nice right in between your toes.
In between your toes? When do you feel a breeze between your toes? What are you doing?
When you're laying in the leaves and you're sticking your toesies
and you
up
take your shoes off? You take your shoes and socks off because it's fall and you should have both on?
And you're running around in the rocks and the leaves.
Well, unfortunately, neither of us really gets to enjoy fall this year because you live in Florida and fall doesn't exist. And I just moved to Colorado and there are no trees here. They just don't have trees.
No, well, not where you're at.
Yeah. I'm in the prairie.
Yeah. You're in those amber waves of grain.
No, I'm not. None of that. There's no amber waves of grain. It's just flat.
No purple mountains majesty?
There are purple mountains, but you can't see them because they're on fire. So, it's more like a hellscape out there right now.
Oof. Can we, for the I'm gonna ask this one last time. Can we get some Fs?
Yeah, please. I think it's early enough in the podcast that people should, even the people that will bow out, are still listening. Please please get some F's in the chat for the burning Rocky Mountains as well as like the entire West Coast just being on fire.
We're for the world in general right now.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Let's move on.
Let's move on before it gets too dark.
Before it gets too gloomy in here.
Yeah. What do you got on the agenda for us today?
Well, I mean, besides talking about fall and all the fall goodness that goes with it, pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin spice everything. Speaking of pumpkin spice everything, did you know?
What?
Kraft mac and cheese.
No,
Released a pumpkin spice Kraft mac and cheese.
See, that's going too far.
You hear that? You can order it online. You can go to a Walmart and get it. Do whatever you need to. But there is pumpkin spice Kraft mac and cheese.
Well, actually, okay, wait. Now I'm thinking about it. We've conflated this as an American culture. We have conflated the idea of pumpkin being in like sweet and dessert things. But it is a vegetable, right?
Yes.
It's a gourd. It's kind of savory.
Sure.
It might be okay. It might be good.
I'm just saying, it exists.
Because there's a difference between like pumpkin spice and pumpkin pie spice. If you get something that's like pumpkin pie spice, that's usually got like a lot of sugar and like cinnamon and nutmeg and like other things in it.
Yeah, and when companies brand this stuff pumpkin spice, that's what they're referring to.
I think they might just be using pumpkin.
Who?
If it's called pumpkin spice, I think it might just be the pumpkin spice, and not all the other ish.
Well,
I think that's the important distinction.
We don't know what we're talking about.
No, we definitely don't.
And so, we will talk about candles instead, because we do know about that. And boy howdy, let me tell you, the amount of candles in my house is many.
Oh yeah, you did just go on a candle journey. Okay. Well, tell the good people about that. How was your experience shopping through Yankee Candle?
Well, we got some coupons in the mail, and we shopped at Yankee Candle, and we wanted to get enough candles for the fall and winter, and not have to worry about it again.
For the next 10 years.
You buy 3, you get 3 free.
Well, is that what Charles told you? The deal was?
No, I saw the coupon with my own 2 eyeballs.
Oh, when I went onto the website like a couple days after you told me, and I bought myself some Yankee Candles also. And the legitimate deal was either buy 1 get 1 free, buy 2 get 2 free, or buy 3 get 3 free.
Oh, so that was just the deal for the website as well?
Yeah, it was all online orders.
For all online orders?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was
I had to
awesome.
put in like a specific code and shit.
It's basically 50% off if you buy 1, 2, or 3 candles.
Well, the large ones, right?
Yeah, the big jars.
The big
Go buy
large
some Yankee
ones.
Candle. I guess this podcast is brought to you by Yankee Candle.
Maybe. Let's see if we can nab that sponsor.
I mean, I will say this. I don't think it has anything to do with Yankee Candle, but they sent me like a survey, and it was like a third-party survey, and I did it after I bought my little candles. I was like filling it out and stuff, and they gave.
I always ignore those.
Yeah, usually I do too, but for some reason I clicked on this one, and I was like, all right. I think I was bored. I think I was waiting for you for something.
That makes sense.
And I clicked on it, and it gave me the option. Like, when identifying yourself, it gave me the option to pick, like, non-binary. Which I didn't, because I'm not, but I was like, oh, that's cool. I like that. Alright, I see you, Yankee Candle. I see you.
That's lovely.
That's what I thought. I was into it. I took a picture of it. Maybe I'll add it into this podcast video.
Oh, that's worthy.
Yeah.
Really give Yankee Candle all the clout right now.
But we're not here to... Oh, wait. No, you should tell your Yankee Candle story first.
Well, yeah. So we ordered the first 6. and when they got here, Chuck brought the box upstairs. But when he brought it up, it was jingling like Christmas bells.
Oh, no. It's never a good sign.
For a box filled with 6 glass jar candles, that spelled bad times.
How are they packaged?
It's just like any other box of Yankee candles.
They had like the like cartony things on the top and bottom?
Yep. Some
Okay.
asshole must have really been throwing these around at FedEx.
Oh, probably,
They
dude.
were fucked, man.
A real Ace Ventura type.
Anyway, half the box of candles were destroyed. 3 of the candles made it out unscathed.
I didn't know that. That's good.
But the other 3 smashed to pieces. But the wax inside was still fine.
Right.
The candle itself was good.
Right. I mean, did it have any little glass shards in them?
Of course. So, what did I do? I mean, half of it, like, the candles were still stuck in, like, perfectly stuck, sealed inside of these partially broken glass jars.
Sure.
So, like, I grabbed the hammer, went down into my garage with some safety goggles and some gloves, and I started smashing.
I wish you had recorded yourself. Like, I wish you had done like a fake unboxing and been like, "All right, guys, I got this fresh order of Yankee candles." It just ended it with you like smashing all the broken glass off of them.
Yeah, and then I started using my big heavy-duty gloves to, like, brush off the broken shards of glass and shit. I put it back in its little carton thing, and I brought them upstairs and waited for use.
Yeah.
That's when Ray told me to put them in plastic bags and freeze them like a psychopath.
No, I said wrap them in like tinfoil or something.
No, I will not do that. I don't have room in my tiny-ass freezer for 3 Yankee candles. Well,
I didn't just suggest that, like, because that's the way I store candles. I'm not storing candles in my freezer like a psychopath.
I know, because of this, he suggested it because the wax from the candle, the oils, were very, very fragrant and just drifting around.
Because it's Florida, and it's hot enough for it to just, like, melt candles. Just the air is hot enough for your candles to just be melting constantly.
Yeah, for, like, just...
And filling your house with fragrance like a fucking candle shop.
Yeah.
Like a Bath and Body Works.
Once they dried up a few days later, it stopped. But,
oh, okay. That's funny.
It really took a while for those sealed boys to stop being so greasy. I guess that's how they get them in there. They lather them up in some scented oils and shove them in those jars.
No, they definitely just pour the wax into the jar.
Nah, man, that's crazy talk.
You think they make the candle? You think, wait, stop the podcast. You think they make the candle like almost the exact size of the jars, lube them up, and then shove them into the jar?
Well, if you've ever seen the Yankee Candle, anybody, but you should know I was being sarcastic.
I think people know how candles work, and that you're a psychopath.
They're bottlenecked, so you can't really. They would never be able to happen. It was.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They are bottlenecked.
Yes.
I just turned around and looked at the Yankee candle behind me, and I was like,
yeah.
No, you see what they do is they actually add that top piece last. The top piece of the glass. They add it after they lube the candle up and shove it into the jar. And then they heat the whole thing up and add that next little piece of glass. So that you stare at it in bemusement, bepuzzlement, thinking, how did they do this?
How did they do this?
How did this happen?
How did they not just melt the wax and pour it in?
Why wouldn't you just melt the wax and pour it in? I would like to make candles myself. That would be cool.
Well,
somebody did do that. And we're here to talk.
We did that back in the day.
Oh, that's different. That's different. What we did was a crime against man and God.
Yeah, we didn't do it a good way, but I'm here to tell everybody we're gonna we will
yeah, mm-hmm.
Hold
What are we doing?
We will transgress what we have done in the past with a new and improved version
of Super Candle?
Yes.
We're gonna bring back the Super Candle?
We are. No one knows what we're talking about. Back in the day, we used to take a bunch of candles.
In our childhood.
Candle wax.
Yeah. Like towards the end of the candle.
Right. When there was none left. And we would take the melted wax at the end of the candle, pour it onto a paper plate, and try to mush them all together to make a super candle.
Yep.
But it was a paper plate, so like it didn't hold the wax well. There was no wick.
And I think there was like a tea light wick in the middle.
Well, yeah, but that's because we just kept putting little tea lights on there.
But not spread out in a way that it would have affected all of the wax of said candle. It was poorly designed. I don't know who. I do know exactly who was in charge of us at the time, letting us play with fire and candles and wax and just,
But it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I wasn't even going to say anything. I was avoiding that altogether, and yet said it anyway. It's not even a relevant part of the story.
I mean, it is a little bit. Like, we were young. How many kids just like...
I didn't reference an age or anything. You're the one bringing all that in right now.
Oh, it's part of the goodness. It's part of the goodness.
Is 18 or under. Come on now.
I don't know about that.
Come on now.
But we are here to call out a small business, and maybe end up getting a little ad partnership from them.
Who knows?
That'd be nice, right? If we make fun of their candles enough on this podcast, will they want to give us money?
Will they just hand over?
Will they just hand over their money? If we make fun of them enough, let's try it.
I doubt it.
Let's try it.
Let's see how it goes.
So, through one way or another, I was enlightened to the fact that there are things out in the world that people have begun marketing as Mandles. So, like many products that are, I guess, typically thought of as feminine, people are out there trying to market them now as, like, manly things. So you have, Dove soap for men, and all sorts of crap. There's just all sorts of it. There are, 100 million YouTube videos about people complaining about this. And
Lavender Old Spice deodorant for men.
Right, yeah, we don't need to get into pointlessly gendered products, but this is one of them. Coming off of all that, someone decided there's a hole in the market of scented candles that need to be marketed specifically to a male population.
I need to fill that hole with a male penis.
With a mandel. We need to fill that hole with a mandel. And somebody did that, and their company name is Koi Couture. So that's Koi with a K, like the fish, and then Couture is also with a K. And they're on Etsy. And what they've done is they've taken beer bottles from Rogue Brewing, and they've sawed off the top half, which is actually pretty cool. It sounds like a really cool, like, DIY project.
Indeed.
And they fill them with candles.
Just filling it up.
Fill them with wax. Fill them with wax. And I want to read... I want to read most of this press release that I have on these Mandles. You ready for this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Men don't use candles unless there's a power outage. Never mind the fact that it could change a room's ambiance with little effort. We all need it. If we want to influence the room's atmosphere, we'll either spray air freshener or we'll just fart. Thank you very much. Gross bodily function aside, I don't think it's beyond your manly sensibilities to appreciate a good scented candle. Especially when old factory pleasures are made especially for men's tastes and the candles are hoisted inside recycled beer bottles. Yep, it's the kind of candle even the least cultured caveman can appreciate. Okay, maybe just slightly more cultured than the lowest common denominator. Woof. So, it goes on to say that the Mandles are created by Koi Couture, as we were just saying. They're bottled in beer bottles from Rogue Brewing. And so some of the scents that they offer that are featured in this article are fragrances such as Hippie Girlfriend from College, which recreates the smell of incense from her dorm room.
Oh.
They also have Stripper's Breath, which is a blend of it's a blend of watermelon Jolly Ranchers and secondhand smoke. Gross.
That's yummy.
It's beyond awful.
No, it's yummy good.
It's literally beyond awful. And then the last one that they mention is Hungry Man TV Dinner, which is a mixture of roast beef with creamed corn.
Give me that mandel.
Rough.
I want that delicious mandel in my nose, eyes, and mouth.
Just to really cap off all the toxic masculinity oozing out of this press release, it ends by saying, to make you feel better about buying candles, the creator wants you to know these things were handcrafted in a studio full of power tools and beer while Whitesnake plays in the background.
Yes, that I feel the masculinity coursing through me enough to buy
I feel like a man now.
I feel it. I feel it in my bones and my blood coursing through me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now I am looking at their Etsy page now.
Now just to be clear, did that company write its own article? No, right? That has to
No, a human being wrote that. A human being on the internet.
Right. So, what I would like to just say, I would rather shit on the human being for.
Yeah, no, the person.
Article than
I won't.
The candle company itself, because that just sounds like a group of people making some funny candles.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't have anything about against Koi Couture or their Mandles. I do have a bone to pick with whoever the fuck wrote this article for this website that shall not be named. I was totally gonna blow up their spot, but they don't have an author on this.
Well, to be honest,
I woulda done it though. I woulda done it.
Mouth breather wrote that. Let me tell you, just
Apparently,
I think the worst.
their store on Etsy is called Yella Does Stuff, and
Okay.
they're based out of Las Vegas.
Oh,
They
alright.
got a bunch of reviews from a bunch of different people ordering the candles and ordering other stuff.
Well, God, yeah. Now that you say it's out of Las Vegas, that's like it almost makes sense.
Oh yeah, it's
Like, holy hell, they probably have like their own little shop or something.
they probably have a brick and mortar. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
God, that almost makes too much sense at this point. That's like a Vegas souvenir I would bring home.
Oh, you mean the stripper one?
Well, yeah, just like any of them, really. They just kind of make sense.
That makes sense,
It's a funny
actually.
thing to do for the touristy area they're in. It's a nice gimmick to have to sell stuff.
So
sell something you like making. That's cool.
They sell these candles. They sell some jewelry. I'm looking at a review for a vampire boyfriend necklace. So it's like a cute little chain, and it's got 2 dots on the side that like kind of resemble a vampire bite. It's actually really cute.
Okay.
And the other thing that they sell that's a little interesting is toe tags. Oh, they're invitations. Morgue toe tag invitations.
Interesting.
You could customize your own toe tag, and it's got like a little bloody fingerprint on it, and they'll write whatever you want on it.
It's very interesting.
So clearly this is just a very multifaceted, creative type that's making a lot of cool stuff and selling it. And I'm all for that. We have an affinity for, interesting and innovative ideas in the old factory market. So it felt like a good fit to talk about. And that one article I found was really just chef's kiss. You know, a spicy meatball.
A very spicy meatball. Should I talk about the scents I got from Yankee Candles, the weird Halloween?
What did you get?
We got, let me see here. We got a oh boy. We had one that we burned for the last of September, which was just Macintosh apple.
Okay, that's nice.
Very fitting for September, I suppose, if you're into that back to school shit. Right now we're going through a haunted hayride. It's called.
I was looking at that one, and I didn't know what a haunted hayride would smell like.
It's honest. It's earthy, but like there's a hint of like some berries in there.
Oh.
It's nice. It's honestly very nice.
Damn.
And then we have Witch's Brew.
Oh shit.
Which we're gonna burn next because that's the last of the candles that were busted opened.
Okay.
So the apple one, the haunted hayride, and Witch's Brew were all broken, so we're gonna burn those first. And then we had a let's see here, jack-o'-lantern, autumn leaves, blueberry pumpkin tart.
Oh my god.
And bonfire nights.
I think I have that one. Or cozy nights or something. I have that, and I have a pumpkin one. And I also bought a couple of Christmas ones that are up in my closet.
Well, yeah. Let me tell you this. We had a second coupon, which was going to expire on the 27th of September.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 6 Christmas candles now.
Coming?
Waiting in the rear.
Great.
No, they here.
They're there already? Did they come broken, or were they...
I don't know what to do with all these damn candles. I'm up to my asshole in candles.
Well, I guess there could be worse things, right?
To be up to your butthole in?
Yeah.
Probably. Like
Yeah.
hornet or
Snakes.
anything, really.
Scorpions. Lava. There's a lot of effed up.
Lava would be pretty
A lot of
horrible.
effed up stuff. You can hornets.
Is that enough about candles?
I think so. I think it might be.
I think you might be right. So, getting into weird things that people sell.
Oh, yeah.
In a little segment here we like to call Weird Bay.
Yeah.
Which that Etsy shop was a good segue into it, honestly, right?
Yeah, good, thanks. Really part the curtain here.
You really nailed it.
I was really just clicking around and I found her. I found her on there.
There are a couple of name brand toys that have come out within the last few months that are weird, to say the least.
Yeah. Certainly.
And we just wanted to get into it a little bit here.
Yes.
The first one that was brought to our attention originally was the I don't know if y'all have heard about this already, but there was a Trolls doll controversy where they found a button like on
the rear. Let's maybe let's call it what it is. It was the taint of the doll.
It was in there. It
was directly on the it was on the taint.
It was in that taint.
And it was Poppy. It was Poppy from Trolls
World Tour.
Which is a young girl character.
She's a troll.
I believe she.
I haven't watched it. All I know is she's a troll. That statement stands true no matter what you say.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say Sarah Silverman does her voice, but that's the girl from Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
I don't know who voices Poppy, but
I digress. The doll was clothed, I believe. Correct?
Oh yeah.
And the makers of the toy claim that it was meant to be for when it was seated down, she would make a little giggle or laugh. But it is strange.
It's a little weird, and I think it came out like the week that the internet exploded with, the shadowy cabal of child sex rings and wayfarers selling children and,
Yeah.
It was literally all in that same... Should I tell the story about how this was brought to our attention? Because that was a wild ride.
Yeah, sure.
So, over the summer, I was at Walmart. I was at the Vision Center at Walmart because I don't have eye insurance and I needed glasses.
Oh.
So I was at the Vision Center and I was sitting, I had already had my eyes looked at and I got my prescription written out for me. And I'm sitting at the little desk and the lady's like typing in my prescription and like what frames I had picked out and everything. And like everyone's been to a Walmart, right? Like you've seen these places. It's just there. And it's usually like up at the front, like behind all the cash registers. So I'm sitting there and I'm facing inwards looking at the woman, and the woman is facing me looking behind me at the self-checkout registers. And she's making friendly conversation, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this middle-aged woman with a straight face looks up looks past me at a man at the self-checkout register and goes, "Oh, he's buying all the pedophile dolls." And I said, "What now?" And I like whipped around in my chair. And I'm like, who is doing what? What are they selling? What is this? What? And she goes, "Oh, you haven't heard? I saw this video on Facebook, and it's this mother. She takes the troll doll, and there's a little button right on its private parts, and everyone's saying that it's grooming children to like accept sexual assault." And I was blown away. I was blown away, and lo and behold, I turn around, this man in like his like late 40s is buying like 4 or 5 of these things. He's got like 4 or 5 or 6. He's got them all stacked up in his cart, and he's walking out all proud. He didn't even bag them up. He's just like, "Yeah, I bought all the pedophile dolls." And like people are looking at him and like whispering and pointing, and like it was like the morning that video had went viral. This dude went to his local Walmart and pulled every single one off the shelf.
And can I explain to you?
Yes.
Like
yes, please do. Please do. The people are probably very concerned of what this man had intended for this doll that people were calling, and I quote, "the pedophile doll."
You see, that's what you call he's probably a scalper in some instances, like the guys who buy up all the pre-orders of the stuff that's limited, before anyone has a chance to, and then resells them on eBay later for maximum profit.
For sure.
This guy saw this going viral, and he smelled blood in the water.
For sure.
He knew these dolls were not long for this earth before the toy company even decided to recall them. Mm-hmm. He saw this.
Well, that's when you gotta hit. You gotta hit before they recall them, because once they recall them, they're off the shelves.
Right, exactly. So, but like I said, the company didn't even have time to respond.
Right.
That's why he was in there that day before anything went down.
This man is an entrepreneur. He has a nose for this shit.
Right, like he knows. He literally knows what's good, and he knows how to make money off of it. So he took his opportunity to do it, and he did it. He fucking bought up all those troll dolls before they became impossible to find anywhere ever.
Let's do a quick eBay search. What do you say, guys?
Go for it, please. This is called Weird Bay. We need to know.
Let's go. Let's go on a quick Trolls doll. Am I gonna get put on a list?
No, who gives a shit?
It won't. Hold on. I gotta fix this. My keyboard was in Japanese still.
Poppy Trolls doll button, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Or how about like recalled?
Oh yeah.
There it is. Oh,
How much?
Nick.
How much?
Brand new listing, $105 or best offer.
Bam.
Buy it now, $124.99.
See, I'm not crazy, and neither was that 40-year-old in that Walmart that day buying all those things. He made.
Oh my god.
He probably, back when the hype for them was even more serious, he probably made closer to $200 per doll.
Because here's the thing. Regardless,
we're talking like a month and a half later, right? These fads on eBay go up and down like crazy. If you wait a month, his price has probably dropped by at least $50 to $60. If I had to guess.
Here's the thing. Even if, like, regardless of taint, buttons, there are definitely still kids that want this thing, like, bad.
Of course. They saw it in a catalog or on TV in a commercial, and they already wanted it before it was recalled.
This guy has it listed as new Poppy World Trolls doll, rare collectible. You can bid on it for $150. You can bid on it for $150, or you can buy it now for, get this, 245 big ones.
Yeah, see, that man is a fucking genius, not a pervert.
Wow, wow, wow.
That man is a fucking genius. Holy shit.
Oh, some people...
Now, you know, if he went home, unboxed all the dolls, and, you know, started masturbating furiously with them, that's...
You don't know, yeah, we just don't know.
Man.
We just don't know, right?
We don't know, but my safe bet is on he resold them for maximum profit.
The way, I'm pretty sure when the woman told me about it, what she kind of tried to hint at, or like what she like said afterwards, was like, oh, maybe he's trying to buy them all off the shelf, so like no one else can buy them, so like no one could harm their children by buying them this, and or no perverts could buy them. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. She's a half glass full kind of lady.
Dude, she was a lot of things. All right. She was a lot of. We're not gonna talk about the lady from the Vision Center at Walmart, because she was complaining that one of her younger coworkers was like, had been like too sanitary since COVID started. She's like, oh, you know, well, I'm only gonna clean as much as they tell me to. But she's like, you know, this girl, she's like cleaning all the time. I'm like, well, that's probably a good thing.
That's probably the best thing. My goodness.
That's what I get for living in Bumblefuck, Colorado.
My goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough out here. But yeah, there are a lot of weird toys out there.
There are a lot of weird toys out there. And I noticed a trend in a certain toy genre, I guess, that has been on the upswing since the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Fucking poop toys.
Poop toys.
Toys that poop in general, poop with faces.
Yep.
Poop.
A lot of poop out there. There's a lot of poop out there.
There's a ton of poop. A ton of poopy toys.
Yeah, it's the truth.
And I'm not like some fucking crazy conspiracy theorist like these people who are like, the Trolls Doll Company was trying to manipulate your children into child grooming. I'm not gonna say.
I mean, what would the poop toys be doing?
They're like scat porn and fetishes.
That's
the worst of the worst.
That's really
That's some far out shit, man.
If you have a baby doll, and you have a baby doll that you can feed, and then
that makes sense to me. But a unicorn with rainbow sparkly hair that dances and sings about how she's gonna shit her diaper.
Wait, what?
That's the one that I was trying to tell you about.
You haven't told me that it's saying about the poop.
She sings about the poop. She's called Poopsie, the unicorn.
No.
She dances around with the shit inside her belly, and then she poops it out after she's done dancing.
Oh, no.
It's weird, man.
Okay, hold on.
It's weird.
Hold on.
Please look up Poopsie.
I'm watching the commercial. I'm watching her dance in her diaper.
It's just so strange, dude.
Should we play it for the people?
If you want to. Like, are you gonna put it in the...
No, I'm gonna turn the sound on my laptop right now. We're gonna play it for the people.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Oh, no. It's a My Humps thing.
Oh my god, dude, this is horrible. I can't anymore. This is garbage. This is all garbage.
Whoa. Okay. Alright. Okay. Hold on. This is a lot. There's a lot here. So what I'm looking at is 4 different unicorns
Mm-hmm.
that are not really unicorns in like the traditional sense, where they
No,
are like
no,
on all
man.
fours. They're like bipedal unicorns
Oh, fuck.
with long hair and big anime eyes and bright big lashes
Mm-hmm.
and crop tops and diapers. They're wearing crop tops and diapers.
It's very weird.
And they have like little
Very fucking weird.
they have like fat pregnant tummies.
It's so weird. Everything about it is horrible.
And they're singing a song about my poops, my poops, my poops, which no child, not a single goddamn child today, is going to understand that this is a parody of Fergie's once very popular hit, My Humps, My Humps, My Lovely Lady Lumps.
No, but that's marketing genius for the parents right there.
Is it?
I assume, maybe they're not even reaching out to kids at this point. Maybe they're reaching out to a whole niche brand of bronies who are...
I was about to say bronies.
Maybe the bronies are...
Maybe the bronies want a hot new toy item, and
oh, God, it's just... Okay, no.
these sexualized small scat unicorns...
You know what the worst part is?
What?
After she poops, you play with it. It's like slime. It's like a kid's slime toy.
Is that in this? No, this video is just them rapping and dancing.
No. There's a version of the doll that doesn't actually poop and that just raps and dances. And then there's another version of the doll that you actually buy with the mix. And you have to, like, feed her and shit.
I see
and
it.
then
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this set.
Yeah.
It comes with, like, a 7-Eleven Big Gulp.
Yes. Dude, it's all so fucking weird and bad. It's all so weird and bad.
Maybe we're just that disconnected from children and, like, what's cool. And maybe unicorns and shit is what's cool.
That's just, like...
I know.
God help us all. God help us.
I know.
I'll never buy a shitting unicorn for one of my children.
If they really wanted it, even if they said, Daddy, Daddy, the only thing I want for Christmas is a shitting unicorn, you'd say no?
You go fuck themselves.
You'd say no, that's a little... No, that's too weird.
I would say no. I would say fuck no, dude.
It is weird. I
would
don't...
say if you want something... No, just no.
If you
no.
want something that shits, it better also eat and breathe and be your pet.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright. This is the line we're drawing. We're not into Poopsie. I will say Poopsie does come with her own Louis Vuitton poop-shaped purse.
What the fuck, man?
I'm looking at it. It is in the style of Louis Vuitton. You know those ones, the white ones with like all the different colored like stars and shit, and then like the L and the V on it. It's literally that, but it's in the shape of a poop, and they don't have any, LV. They don't have the trademarked brand of Louis Vuitton. We get what you're trying to do there. I see you, Poopsie. Yeah,
my poops.
And then she said something about her farts.
Did she?
Yeah, I mean, like, it was a well-crafted parody. I'll give it that. Like, they fucking went in and, like, it worked. For the 30 seconds of it that I watched. It did work. I kind of want to see the actual pooping. I want to watch it poop. I kind of want to watch it poop. Show me it poop. Okay, she's got glitter. She's gonna feed it glitter.
Yes. yes.
Okay, she's feeding it glitter. She's holding the back of her head and shoving the spoon down her throat.
Yep, all the way back.
Get it all the way back there. Oh, she dribbled a little bit of it on her chin, but that's okay. Okay, now she's putting 5 milliliters of water into a shot glass. And she's mixing it with the glitter. And she's gonna put that concoction right into the back of her throat as well. Okay. Looking good. We're looking good. Oh, now we got a slushie.
Okay.
A slushie bottle. We're gonna fill that with 10 more milliliters of water. And a packet of unicorn food, which looks like just more glitter. It's just more glitter. I'm gonna screw that cap on, and the whipped cream on it does look like poop. I am here to confirm that. It is poop whipped cream. We're gonna shove that straw right into the back of her mouth, and we're gonna squeeze all that shit into her stomach as well.
Oh my god.
Awesome, awesome. Turn her around. Get her hair out of the way. Nice, nice. He flipped the switch on her back into poop mode, and he's shaking.
My god.
She's getting shaked up. Shake her up good, like a bartender. Okay, set up her little toilet. Now, okay, so in the toilet, they did put the dish they had been feeding her out of in the toilet to catch the poops. That is what they did, and she's pressing. They're pressing on the belly button, and I gotta tell you, Nick, it don't look like poop. It looks like diarrhea. It's a little liquidy for me.
Yeah, but still, like the point. I think the.
Oh, it hardens. It hardens. Not to worry. And now it's slime that you could play with. Excellent.
I think the point remains that, like, even if it doesn't look like poop.
No, it comes out like water, and then.
Like, why is it shitting?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have these answers for you.
I just don't understand.
I don't know either.
I don't understand poop toys.
But they definitely have been around for at least as long as we've been kids. I remember there being a pooping doll.
Right, but like a pooping baby doll makes sense. Like I said to you earlier.
Yes.
But like there's some shit that's weirder than that. And Poopsie is one of those.
Poopsie's defo weird. I don't know, like the whole point of the whole point of having kids play with dolls, especially like baby dolls, is to teach them like, you know, nurturing and that, like, you know, having them develop these
screaming, dancing, like furry, shitting unicorn.
Twerking, shitting slime unicorn. Yeah, I don't know what life lessons or like mores that Poopsie is gonna teach you, but you know, I mean,
yeah,
if that's what the kids want, I guess. I think that's all I have to say about Poopsie. I don't want to think about Poopsie anymore.
Well, are we moving on from the poop discussion?
I think we are, yeah.
Okay. Well, then, last on the agenda here is all the animus we've been doing recently.
Oh boy, I've been doing.
Hey.
I mean, fuck.
We've done a lot since the last time.
Have we? Last time we discussed, I had just finished watching Ouran High School Host Club. Yeah. And we were talking about, I think we were talking about like the newest comic up, the newest manga updates for My Hero. Touched on that a little bit.
Was that the back end of Shark Week or no?
No, I think that was the one before Shark Week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the one where Chuck debuted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I I couldn't tell you how many and which animes I've watched between then and now, but I could tell
Right.
you which ones I've watched like in the last month.
Well, yeah. Well, me and you watched. I want to just touch on this for a minute. Me and you watched some of the new Pokemon on Netflix.
Oh yeah, that's true.
A while back, and we never touched on that. But I don't know how do you feel about it?
I mean, it's a show about the game Pokemon Go. It's a show that is the main character's name is Go, and he's going to catch them all. He's going to catch them all. He's going to do what Ash could never do. At this point, they could kill Ash off, and I wouldn't even give a shit because I'm in love with Go now. And Go is going to catch them. Like, he's going to do it. He goes out there every day. And he catches like 50 Pokemon an episode. Like, it's sick.
Yeah, see, this is why I brought it up. I wanted him to go off.
It's sick. It's sick and disgusting. You got Ash there, and he's effing around with Pikachu, who apparently they're gonna evolve now because fuck our childhood, right? Like, just But they got Ash, and he's like, I don't know, he's trying to do, like, Pokemon battles and, like, whatever. He's chilling in the stadium, and he looks around, and there's just, like, a blank space of air where Go used to be, because Go started itching in his neck like a crackhead, and he needed to go catch another Pokemon real quick. Like, the kid's insane. He's insane.
Oh, my God.
And don't even get me started on Francois.
Oh yeah, Francois.
Francois, the only way I'll ever refer to Magnemite ever again, because some lab assistant decided to name the thing Francois. I think I added that into like one of the Spider-Man episodes.
Did you?
Yeah, because we were talking. It was like right around the time that we were watching it. And we mentioned Francois, and I think I
remember.
I think I tossed him in there real quick. Like, it was just, I think it was just the guy, and he goes, Francois. But I mean, yeah, you know, it's definitely a show.
Another one that me and Ray watched together during our summer break, where we weren't making content or anything,
As much.
was Attack on Titan. And
Excellent show.
it's a little chibi spin-off show, Attack on Titan Junior High, which was holy shit,
Yeah.
actually surprisingly incredibly done.
I think it honestly ruined like all other chibi spin-offs for me.
Yeah.
Like, I was really excited to watch Rock Lee and his Ninja Pals, but then I did, like, after we watched Junior High, and, like, dude,
it's just not
it's just not up to par. It's just not up to par. Like, they, like just the premise on its own, just taking a dark anime like Attack on Titan, where, like, they're killing off characters
left and right.
Yeah, like every couple of episodes, but just like people are dying in mass numbers, and then turning it into like a slice of life. They're all in the same high school, and like Titans are also just in high school and are eating their lunches instead of their human bodies. Like, it's just funny. You can't.
Titans are bullies stealing lunches.
I don't even know if they were bullies. They were just like, that was just like their nature. It was just in their nature to like...
To be dicks.
Yeah, to be dicks, yeah. Yeah. Definitely recommend. It's on Hulu. Subbed. I don't think we'll ever get a dub version of that. It's a little too, niche to Japanese culture for them to ever need an English translation of it. But definitely worth the watch.
Yeah, it was, even though we had to watch subtitles, which I never usually do, it was amazing. It was genuinely just
thoroughly enjoyable.
So good.
Towards the end of September, I started watching, I watched in its entirety Black Butler, and then also Black Butler Book of Circus, which is like, kind of like dark and emo-y and like gothic. So I was like, ooh, you know what? It's fall time. I need to get into like some dark thriller animes.
Right.
Which brought me to, as you know, my most recent watch, which was Death Note. And boy oh boy, did that fuck me up good.
Well, let's save that for a second.
Okay.
Did we talk about how we finished? High school?
What?
Not high school. God, why can't I think of the name of this anime right now?
I have no idea. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah, we definitely talked about My Hero. I asked you like a bunch of questions about like who all your favorite people were.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did all that. Don't worry about all that.
So I guess, I just wanted to talk about how, like, we were excited for the next season, which should have been around this time of year.
I'm pretty sure it's, people have been saying October. I saw something the other day that said Attack on Titan season 4 is still up for like soon. Like it's soon. It's coming.
Interesting. But yeah, we are excited for Attack on Titan, My Hero.
Yeah.
Whether they happen this fall or not, who knows? I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, like everybody else.
Right. It's difficult. It's difficult to say.
Right. But
they did just come out with those couple of OVAs recently.
Yeah, they did do that. And there's that OVA that we haven't watched for Attack on Titan yet as well.
Oh yeah, the journal one. Because they mentioned they reference it.
They did a whole episode on it.
They reference it in junior high, and they were doing this thing with this girl. She's like running through the woods and writing in her journal while she's getting chased. And like it's one of those things where like every now and again in junior high they'll like parody a scene that's very intense from the original anime, and they'll just like make it funny though.
Yeah.
And they were doing this, but it was something that I had never recognized. Like, I had never seen this girl before. There's no mention of, like, some chick in a journal and whatever. So I'm Googling it. I'm like, who is this girl? And, like, what are they talking about? And it's an OVA called, I don't remember what the girl's name is, but it's, like, whoever's journal. And, like, they find her corpse, like, out past the walls. And she's writing, like, her whole scout mission. She's, like, doing like diary entries for it, and like it's apparently very dark like the rest of the anime, and it made its way into junior high, and there's just little nods like that to the original show that are just again chef's kiss.
Very, very much so. But before you got to Death Note, you effed around with some Sailor Moon.
Oh yeah, I did. But I had a reason for that. And do you want to talk about that? I had to write an article recently about
what? Talk about your article.
I had to write about an article. It's not out yet. It's not due for like another few weeks, but it's written already about LGBT representation within animated series. So I compiled a list of what I thought was some of the best examples of LGBT representation, and I set up like a scoring system, and I watched all 10 of these shows, and I scored them all, and then I ranked them 1 to 10, and Yeah, and Sailor Moon was on there, and I had never seen Sailor Moon before, so I had to watch that. I had to watch the new She-Ra. I had to watch Revolutionary Girl Utena. I tossed Castlevania on there. I tossed Attack on Titan on that list. And it did fairly well, actually. I'm looking at it now. I have all them on a little post-it on my corkboard above my desk, and Attack on Titan is sitting at number 6.
Oh.
Yeah. So really not bad. It did better than Adventure Time, and it did better than Legend of Korra, because in my mind, both of those shows, as far as representation goes, that's really what we're talking about here. They were underwhelming. But
to be fair to both shows, it is not on the creators or the directors of the shows.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying
very much so on the channels they aired on and the company, the corporations and people running those channels.
But I think it's also important to say that even though we have Adventure Time sitting at number 10 and Korra at number 9, this is still Steven's in there. Steven's at 5, actually.
Heck yeah.
Which feels wrong to me, but I fudged the numbers in a lot of ways, so it's all.
Why does that feel wrong?
It just feels wrong. Like I don't know.
I feel like they did a lot better than.
No, they did better than a lot of the other shows on the list, but there are a lot of other shows that scored better than them. But I was also rating them on like entertainment and like anime, like drawing style, animation style, like animation techniques used. So like, although Steven Universe is like a really, really good example of representation, it's a show about a bunch of alien lesbians.
Yeah.
It didn't do as good as, Castlevania, which is sitting at fucking number 2. Because Castlevania is just such a good show.
Right.
It's such a good show. If you haven't watched it, watch it. I won't say any spoilers, but like at the end of the most recent season, there is a sex scene, and it does involve some same-sex people, and I don't think I've ever in my gosh darn life seen in an anime that isn't about 2 gay dudes having sex all the time, 2 dudes having sex.
Right.
Is great. Like that's what we need more of. Like I'm good on gay people and love stories. We need gay people just like chilling everywhere. And whatever. Just doing whatever. And you got it in Castlevania. And I'll throw in a little spoiler. It's one of the main it's like one of the main characters. It's like the dude. It's like the fucking guy. Which again, like all of that accounts for how well the show did. And like Steven Universe is about queer people, but the main character, Steven, pretty sure he's straight.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sure. Like it's possible he might be pan, he might be bisexual, but like the only relationship we've ever seen him in is with Connie. So canonically, we're pretty sure he's straight.
Right, and I think that's a fair assumption.
Yeah. I don't remember why I got into this. Oh, because that's why I had to watch Sailor Moon.
Right.
Sailor Moon is not nearly.
We haven't talked about it all.
I don't really. There's not a lot to say about it. Like a lot of people like it because it's nostalgic for them. They grew up watching it. I didn't grow up watching it. I watched the first season, and then they did the thing. They did the anime trope that I can't stand. That makes me want to bash my head against the wall.
Oh yeah.
Which will bring me to Death Note because I have similar qualms.
Well, no, you also watched one other thing, and it's my favorite thing.
What?
That you watched. Soul Eater.
Oh yeah. But again, there's not a whole lot to say about Soul Eater. It's just a good fucking show.
It is just a good fucking show. And it's very good for this time of year.
Yeah, top to bottom, good anime.
A good Halloween anime, if you're looking for a short in and out, it's like 50 episodes or so.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long to get through them.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out. Soul Eater, big recommendation by Monster Bros. Manzari Bros.
Ooh. But yeah, for sure.
It's a little secret.
It's just a secret. If you've made it this far into the podcast, now you know.
Now you know there's something in the works.
But dude,
yeah,
so I've encountered.
I know you're dying for it.
I've encountered on several occasions where anime and or manga writers, it probably occurs in the manga as well, I assume, that they're not like flipping these things on their heads just because they're being animated for anime.
Right.
They'll do this thing where they'll erase the memories of their main characters.
Oh, we're still on your weird anime trope?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we weren't on Death Note yet, sorry.
They'll just erase the memories of these characters so they can reboot the plot from the start. It happened in Sailor Moon, and as soon as it happened in Sailor Moon, I went from enjoying the anime and thinking maybe I'll keep watching it just for funs to no, you will not do this to me again. I will not go back to this girl is just a regular middle schooler. Right. I'm out. I saw what I needed to see for my article. I'm out. I can't do it again. Tokyo Ghoul's entire plot. I'll say this now. Come at me if you're a fan of Tokyo Ghoul. I don't care. Their entire plot hinges on the main character losing all of his memories at the end of every season and switching sides. Just switching sides.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
He does it 3 times.
That's weird.
It's hella weird. And I hated it. And then, of course, happened again in Death Note. But it was only for a short amount of time. I say anywhere from like 6 to 10 episodes.
Into, like, the story and shit, though,
and it did work into the story.
It was actually like used for something other than just like a reset button.
Yeah, no, and you knew Japan's favorite psychopath, Light Yagami, had some shit up his sleeve, and he wasn't gonna remain ignorant to hit the fact that he was Kira, like, for the whole time. Like, you knew he was getting his memory back. I was waiting on it. I was biting at the chomp for it, and then it felt very good to click over to the next episode on Hulu and read the title, Revival. I'm pretty sure I screamed because I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I'm like, I need this boy to reawaken. I need him to go back to trying to be God and trying to be justice of the world. And he did.
Let me ask you. How... Oh, wait. For those of you who have not seen Death Note yet, we ask kindly and tell you now to probably skip over the next 2 to 3 minutes of the podcast while we spoiler it up for the end of Death Note.
Heck yeah.
This has been a spoiler warning. Now you have been thoroughly warned. We will now go into it.
Okay.
So tell us how that worked out for your boy.
Not well at all. Let me tell you, Nick. There was no New World Order.
A shame.
It really was. I was really rooting for him.
Breaks my heart.
Dude, you know how Assassination Classroom gets you at the end? How, like...
Well, I don't think we've ever talked about that, actually.
We haven't. But if you've ever watched the show Assassination Classroom, it's really good, and it's silly.
I don't care who you are.
It's slice of life.
It'll make you cry.
Honestly, it will make you cry just because of the way the ending is done. Nick, they did it again. It is honestly just the way they do it. They flash back to like the beginning of the anime where he's finding the Death Note, and like it's just very emotional when he realizes he's been beat. When he realizes he's cornered. When he's cornered, and he's just
Oh my god, are you actually tearing up?
It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart.
Alright. Spoiler warning over. I think you're safe now.
That was exactly 1 minute.
Oh. Maybe we just dig around and talk about more animes and how they end for the next 2 minutes. Like Soul Eater, it ends real happily. That one always makes me tear up because it's just a real sweet, nice ending, and I really enjoy it.
Mushishi ends abruptly.
Mushishi has no ending. Samurai Jack.
I haven't seen it.
Saddest thing in the world.
Okay, I think we're getting around to 2 minutes. Let's cut it off.
Okay. I hope you're back with us.
I hope you're back with us.
We're going to continue onwards now from that spoiler warning. With the anime that we will be talking about within the next few episodes, once we finish it up, the one that we kind of
barely started.
Probably start again.
Why? I only watched the first episode.
Yeah, I know.
Not even enough happens in the first episode that you need to like watch it and pay attention.
Yeah, I know. So I said we're gonna start it up again soon. Like, start watching it again soon.
Oh, I thought you meant you wanted to rewatch the first episode.
Oh God, no.
I was gonna say there's really no reason for that.
We are watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Brotherhood is the important detail to gather.
Yes, I had seen the original show back in the day, and I saw the movie that ended out the original show, where, like, basically, again, like, spoiler alert, but this one isn't as big of a deal, I don't think. The original Full Metal Alchemist ended with a movie.
Yeah.
And the movie was, it was about how their father figured out what was on, he was an alchemist, and he figured out what was on the other side of the gate, so to speak.
Yeah, it's like equal equivalence or like something, yeah.
The laws of equal exchange, and
that's like, it.
You know, it's like two sides of the opposite gate or whatever. So basically what happens is, their dad figured out, or like accidentally figured out what was on the other side of the gate and made it through. And in the movie, the boys figure out how to finally do it, I believe, and make it through. And in the end, it's our world. They end up in 1940s Germany.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's our world. That's what's on the other side of the gate. It's the real world.
I don't remember that. From Brotherhood. But honest to God, Nick, I don't remember much of Brotherhood at all.
I'm just telling you what happens at the end of the original anime. I don't know what's going to happen in Brotherhood. The first episode was much different from how the original anime started.
Yeah, they throw you in kind of like mid story, and then they back it up a little bit.
Right, they fill in the gaps, so to speak. But if you're watching Brotherhood, chances are you watched the original back in the day because you're a fan of... Well, maybe not.
No, I think a lot of people have only seen Brotherhood.
Huh. Has the curve switched at this point? Am I the old man?
I think it might have. I know personally when I went to watch I made the mistake of thinking that they were two separate things, like Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. So I watched all of the original. I don't know if I ever saw the movie.
No, that's genuinely what I thought too.
And then I watched Brotherhood, and I was like, oh, wait.
Years ago.
I'm like, wait a minute. This was made 10, 15 years later, and it's the same story. But they drag it out, and they add more detail, and like, it's good. It's really good. I remember enjoying it, but I honest to God couldn't tell you like any of the plot.
Yeah.
So yeah, look forward to
watch it so we can talk about it here eventually.
We'll eventually get to that in the next couple months.
And we'll compare them. We'll compare the old to the new.
Yeah, easily.
See what happens.
Easily.
And with that, I think we're gonna about wrap things up.
I think so.
Just do some, I guess, housekeeping is what the cool podcasters like to call it.
For sure.
Is, you heard us. You heard me accidentally drop that.
Do a Freudian slip.
That little slip of the tongue. Monster Bros. Well, next time, you're seeing this podcast, it might be a little more spooky than usual.
Mm-hmm. You might get a shiver down your spine.
So yeah, we might play the Monster Mash.
Oh boy, probably get copyrighted for that.
We could just sing it. It was a Graveyard Smash.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, alright. Yeah. So yeah, check out, well, as always, like and subscribe and leave us comments. We're dying to hear back from y'all.
Please.
Please, God, please. Even if it's to tell us that you hate us and that we suck. Just so we know that somebody's listening at all.
Right.
That it means a lot to us. We got a Redbubble shop up. Probably have the link in the description.
And by the time you're listening to this,
I don't know about that.
By the time you're listening to this, we will have dropped some Halloween merch in the Redbubble.
At least the Halloween merch should be up. I don't know about any of the other. There's some other stuff in the works.
There's some other stuff in the works. Don't worry about that right now.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
You, Ray, don't worry about that. No one else worry about that. They got some stuff in the works, but you know what? Right now, we talking about that Monster Bros gear. Mm-hmm. And no, not the Monster Truck phone game.
That we may or may not play for the channel. Not that. No.
And we also got some other spooky games coming. We got some scary games coming.
And you know what? As a reward, if you've listened to all 1 hour plus of this podcast, and you've made it this far, I give you express permission to contact us in any way you know feasible through any social media and tell us what spooky, scary games you want to see us play.
Ooh, yeah, that is a nice reward, actually.
If you have any suggestions...
we will actually...
We'll do it.
Play.
We'll do it.
We'll play it.
But only if you say, hey, I listened to your entire MB cast, and I heard you tell me to do this, and I'm here to do it now. Gosh darn it, I'm here to exercise my right as a viewer of Manzeri Bros Gaming.
Look forward to some spooky changes to the thumbnails. Look forward to just a whole bunch of good October fun coming at you very, very soon.
Absolutely. And, as always, thanks for coming by.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for stopping by.
Those eardrums.
Thanks for giving us your eardrums. And,
I like to tickle them. Tickle those eardrums.
Let us continue to whisper sweet nothings to you.